Previously on Too Fat for 15, Fighting Back.
My mother does not appreciate my cooking skills.
The chicken has burnt. Want some of this cheese?
My dad and my relationship has been a little bit of a struggle for a while.
Dad, it was good to talk to you, okay? I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
It's not on program. It's not even close to being on program.
She wasn't a student here. I mean, she doesn't know all of it. I know what I'm supposed to do.
I didn't expect my dad to be on program.
Doesn't have fat in it. There's no flavor. This little piece.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and Thanksgiving is a really, really tricky part for a lot of these kids.
Going home is a very touchy subject for a lot of students because Thanksgiving is kind of built around food.
This week is the last week before we get to go home, and I'm so excited.
Thanksgiving is that traditional stuff yourself just like you stuff the turkey kind of a holiday. Not a holiday where portion control is really a big consideration.
What I want to talk about today, since it's our version of Thanksgiving, is to find out what some folks are thankful for. Who's brave enough to be the first one to go?
I'm thankful for everything.
The traditional food items that are found during Thanksgiving are typically high fat, high caloric, and everybody always loves the high volume because it's a time where you sit down with your family and it's a time where you just sit and eat. And so this is a really difficult time for these kids to conquer their fears.
I am thankful for love.
I'm worried about the support I'll get at Thanksgiving from my family. In the past, the food has been really unhealthy and a lot of unhealthy eating, and I really don't want to fall into that trap.
We don't just talk about what to do for Thanksgiving. We have written plans that go home with students that we go over with parents and students together.
There's various levels of how families commit to supporting our students. Some families will get right on board. Everyone in the family will make all the same changes. They'll eradicate any high-fat foods from the household, and then we'll have other levels of investment where the right kind of foods will be available for the weight controller, but the family might still be making other choices that are not as in line with the program.
I'm thankful for my friends and family. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving most just because I'll be home seeing everyone that I've missed. Even though it's only been a month, it feels like it's been forever.
I'm thankful for all the staff here because without you guys, I probably wouldn't have been able to get through some of the stuff that I've been through here. Thanksgiving has always been a really, really special thing with our family.
We want to try to instill a more active approach to it, making sure you're keeping your portion controls when you eat and then being active afterwards. So maybe instead of watching football, go play football.
At this point in the semester, I think this off-campus challenge is the most challenging of all the off-campus breaks. And it's also at a time when holiday foods and parties and gatherings are going to provide additional and significant challenges.
Today we're serving a traditional Thanksgiving dinner with turkey and all the fixings, and we're really excited to be doing this for the kids.
It is pumpkin pie, white turkey meat, peas, and seasoned mashed potatoes. It's just to show the kids that you can have a Wellspring-friendly Thanksgiving.
I'm definitely looking forward to eating the pumpkin pie.
Same here.
I'm like, pumpkin pie.
I don't like turkey.
Definitely the pumpkin pie.
Food looks delicious.
Compared to home, nothing is better than my grandma and my mom's home cooking. Every time I've gone off campus, I have gained weight when I came back. So I'm getting a little worried for Thanksgiving.
I think that Thanksgiving will be pretty tough this year without my mom. I mean, every day is just tough in general.
I'm going to my dad's house for Thanksgiving, and we're gonna go shopping for food, and he's actually not only gonna like cook me just my own like fat-free meal, but I think he's cooking everyone a fat-free meal, and I'll help.
This year, instead of like a normal turkey, where my grandma would soak it in like grease and butter and stuff, she's going to soak it in chicken broth this year. And all of the recipes, they've went online and found healthier recipes for everything else, so it's just going to be an all-around healthier Thanksgiving.
I have been put in charge of cooking Thanksgiving dinner. I just want to show them that it doesn't have to be all greasy and fatty to taste good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss getting you ready for going home. I know a lot of you have approached me with chief concerns or worries. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cover a little bit about how to get ready to go home. In your Wellspring Plan books, it has an entire topic, an entire section on holidays and being prepared. So
The holiday season is so riddled with landmines. We do probably even better job from our end to prepare them. So the number of recipes we send students home with that are all the modifications of the traditional Thanksgiving recipes, modify the mashed potatoes, the green bean salad, the turkey, the gravy.
At home, having that support structure is very, very important. Not only having a support structure, but also empowering these students, which is what we do here, to go home and to voice their opinion and to be able to stand up for their program.
You can explain to them beforehand, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to have any of this because I can't eat it.
Perfect. A lot of these kids, I have faith and I've taught them the techniques, and so now it's up to not only their family at home, but also up to the student to really take the initiative.
So let's see, a few things for us to talk about today. You're getting ready to go home for Thanksgiving. That's exciting, and you're going to be gone for a while, so it's important that we have good plans ready for that.
Lately, I've been more anxious to leave than stay. And that sucks because it's not what I should be thinking about.
When we see students that leave the program sooner than we would like, most of them have A, not been even at their healthy weight, and B, hadn't become successful with the off-campus challenge, like really finding that internal motivation.
It's really wearing on me lately. I think it's having people watch everything you do, and you don't get any privacy or nothing. Like, I hardly get privacy for my phone calls.
We often see students starting to get exhausted by the monotony of their daily routine, a little frustrated, some anxiety about going home, and excitement to have some chance to be off campus.
Every time I think about staying here all year, it's like almost unbearable. The only reason I get up at 6:30 in the morning to exercise is because I have to. I have to. And the only reason I work out at 8 o'clock at night is because I have to. And I feel like that those halves and not once are going to affect me in the long run. Because I know for a fact that if I had a choice that most of them would be no's.
You're taking a big chunk of time for this Thanksgiving. That will be a big opportunity for you to practice finding that self-motivation.
I just need a break, but it seems like every time I say break, they're like, well, you can't really have a break. That's not what I mean. Not from the program.
From the place.
Just from the non-privacy, the constant staring. It's too much. It's too much. And I'm going crazy.
Our students are going to have to practice surviving motivation slumps for the rest of their lives. So it's really critical for us as behavioral coaches and here at Wellspring to help students struggle through times where they're not feeling so motivated or inspired. This week we're doing a series of weigh-ins, and sometimes we call them weigh-outs, for students to get an accurate measure of where they're at weight-wise just as they depart, so they can see how well they do on their off-campus challenge.
How you doing this morning?
I'm great, and you?
Doing good. A little nervous, but I'm doing good.
You're leaving today?
Yeah.
Well, I got this number, so when you come back, we can see
All right.
how well you did. Good luck.
All right.
This is a huge deal, going home. I haven't been home, and I've been gaining.
I believe the reason Tanisha is so excited / nervous for today is because she's that close to being under 300.
299.5. Many of our students are a little bit anxious and concerned that they might have a weight gain or not continue losing weight while they're off campus.
I'm leaving for home, see my family and hang out with my friends and everything, and it's gonna be really nice.
We really stress with the parents, don't make food the center of everything and keep the portions under control, or it will become not so happy an occasion for the students who come back and have a weigh-in that's disappointing.
Coming up. And later.
With Scott, it always goes back to portion control.
You're surviving this year.
I get more and more angry the longer I'm there. And stupid, like this.
I'm home for Thanksgiving. My friends that I haven't seen in like 3 months will be coming over, and I'm so excited to see them. I hope they're really excited because I've worked really hard. I hope they do a double take. I hope they do the double take. Where's Carson? Where's Carson? I don't know. Abby did not know what was happening. God, you look so good. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. You look so good. Oh, look at you. I know. So good. I was so nervous coming home. I didn't think that I had lost enough for them to really see like a huge difference. But their reactions were more than what I wanted. It was so nice because sometimes you look in the mirror every day and you don't see change. And then when you do, it's like amazing. I'll never be skinny. Like I'll never be Christian. And I'm just like so okay with that now. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone's body's different. But I'm healthy. Like I can run 3 miles without throwing up. I just feel much better with myself. It's beautiful.
Your hair more pink than her. We're going to be having a fundraiser for Scott in this upcoming weekend. Hoping that we're going to raise between $5,000–6,000. That's very, very important because without the benefit, he might not be able to finish his Wellspring journey.
On the fundraisers on Sunday, it's extremely important that you're there for people to see you. There's going to be a point where you might be asked to talk about things you've gone through and things that you're going through. Okay. Look at me, okay? I just need to, instill this in you that you know how important that this is. Yeah. Okay? Do you have any questions about what we're going to be doing on Sunday?
I mean, really isn't a whole lot. I mean, other than like what's going to be going on.
We've got 2 bands. We're going to have, like I said, the auctions. We've got a bunch of stuff there to auction. We're going to have food all day.
What kind of food is there going to be?
We're going to have pulled pork. We're going to have hot dogs, and we're going to have sloppy joes, potato salad, baked beans, cookies. But for you, we're going to have Hebrew National hot dogs, baked chips, and some cookies that are fat-free. You know it's going to be a long day. We also know that it's going to be very hard for, you know, having that food right there in front of you to not, you know, so it's kind of be a test for you, so, okay?
I'm really happy to be home.
Go! It feels great to see Haley. I think right now she's feeling better, happier. I think she's glad to be home and to be with, you know, me and our family.
When Haley came home from Thanksgiving, I noticed all the weight she lost, and I noticed that her attitude was different. It was a lot more positive. She was smiling more.
Since I've been home, the types of activity I've done have included half an hour cardio type things. I've gone swimming once or twice. I'm not as embarrassed to go out in public as I was.
I was nervous for her to be home because, you know, she's only been on the program for a couple months now, and 10 days is a long time to be off the program. But I know she's determined to continue losing weight.
I'm amazed at how much weight Haley has lost. Haley is almost at the 100-pound mark.
I am really excited for Haley almost being the 100-pound mark. I know this is something that's really important to her.
This will be a milestone. This will be one of many.
I think that would be a good idea for Haley to get weighed in at home.
I'm really nervous.
I think that's an important part of the process, especially if she did hit the 100-pound mark. I mean, I think she'll be confident the rest of the time she's here.
It's at 0. I'm really nervous to weigh in. I haven't gotten in as much exercise as I probably should have. If I have a good weigh-in, then I could have lost 100.
Coming up.
Do you want this?
No. I think Gage just likes to torment me.
When can you start eating normal food?
Never.
And later.
I did not make his plate this afternoon. I don't know if it was, you know, too much.
I have a good weigh-in, then I could have lost 100.
I think that's an important part of the process, especially if she did hit the 100-pound mark. I mean, I think she'll be confident the rest of the time she's here.
Where's the bar? It says up to 400 pounds. I was at 414 when I left. I'm gonna have to wait till Wednesday morning to get weighed in, my first morning back at school. So we'll find out how I did at home then.
It's very important that we raise this money so that Scott can continue with his journey at Wellspring. If we could make $5,000, I would be extremely happy. We are hoping for an excellent turnout.
The more people that show up, the more money we make, and the more money we make, the easier it becomes to pay for all this.
If I had to guess, I would say probably about 45 or 50 have come through.
I'm really hoping that more people show up.
Scott's ready for lunch. He's starving, and so we're going to make him a couple hot dogs. They're 97.9% fat-free.
With Scott, it always goes back to portion control. You can't keep going back for seconds and thirds.
Portion control wasn't exactly the best thing for me. I didn't really do very well. In fact, I did terrible on portion control.
We're going to auction off a couple on the live side. We've got a free wings and fries for an hour, good for up to 20 people, $180 value. Anybody interested?
The day started off pretty slow, and then we kind of had a rush after church got out, and a lot of people came for lunch, and then it trickled down to nothing. It has not been a second rush like we were hoping for.
30. 30. I hear 35. Going once, going twice, sold right up front. There you go, all right.
I want to finish what I started, so I want to, it's kind of important for me to go back just to learn as much as I can in that 3 weeks.
We're about $3,000 short of where we wanted to be. If we have to have, one more fundraiser, if we have to have 2 or 3 more fundraisers, it will all work out in the end that Scott gets to finish his journey.
I'm at home and I was making lunch. And my brother Gage is in the background chomping down cookies.
Do you want this?
No.
See that? Practice. It's good practice.
Not helping. Not helping. I think Gage just likes to torment me. I think he enjoys it.
Like if a heroin addict's really trying to quit heroin, and you put heroin in front of him, he says no, it's a good sign. He's trying to quit. Same thing here.
I don't know why. It's not brotherly love. I wasn't feeling the love.
Can you have whipped cream?
You're gonna have fat-free whipped cream. How many grams of fat? Did you get
1 gram of fat. It's only 15 calories.
I can smell it.
I didn't get Chick-fil-A today.
Really? Really? Oh, no. Supportive.
Hey, I'm helping you. It's good.
I know he's just kidding. And it's good because it doesn't really bother me. I would definitely encourage Gage to try the ones we tried.
I don't want to. I like food way too much. Can you eat sugar pretzels?
No.
Can you eat steak and cheeses?
No.
Can you eat peanut butter?
Nope.
Can you eat pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving? You gonna tell me the next thing is bad for you is apples?
No.
When Carson cooked lunch today, I was shocked. That was ridiculous. I could never eat that. I could never eat what she eats.
And the masterpiece. It's about as good as it's gonna get.
Changing her diet, it's so much different. She wouldn't even eat in front of my mom and dad. She never ate. She always said she wasn't hungry, and then she'd come out in midnight. So I think that binging stage in the middle of the night is over. When can you start eating normal food?
Never.
What?
Sometimes I have urges, but they're easily gone after a couple of minutes. I worked so hard to get here. Why would you want to take a step back?
Since my mom passed away, my sister and I have been going to a grief counseling group, which is led by a woman named Sandy. Do you want to sit in between us? She decided to come over our house and talk to us about kind of getting through the holiday season.
Whatever you do this year does not mean it's going to be this way every year. You're not necessarily setting a tradition this year. You're surviving this year, okay?
It's only been 7 months and it's just still fresh.
I don't think there's anything that can be done to make the grieving process any easier. And everybody grieves differently, and apparently I'm just avoiding it at all costs.
Are you comfortable talking about her or not talking about her?
I feel like you seem uncomfortable most of the time, like when I try.
Because I am.
Do you do any journaling?
No.
It's the best tool we have in the grieving process is to journal. And the journaling can be just talking to her like you talk to her if you picked up the phone and called her. Hi, Mom, how you doing? You can say that in the letter. Think about it, sweetie. It's bringing tears. What's going on?
Just like me thinking about writing it makes me really upset.
The big thing with you right now is getting the pain out. Let the pain out and put something positive back in. You sound very angry about it right now, are you?
I get more and more angry the longer I'm there.
Remember, sweetie, that anger is one of the emotions that we have with any loss.
And I'm stupid. I'm like this. I don't know if I agree with Sandy that I need to grieve more. Because it sounds bad, but I just don't have the time to.
We're heading to the gym now to get some exercise in. It's a new gym that I found in the area that I've known about but I've never been to, so I'm gonna run over and talk to the guy about joining.
What we're going to do is get you started on some cardio today for about 5 minutes, and we're going to take you through the machines. A couple new things I'm going to show you today too, okay?
All right.
Okay, good deal. Sign right there, and we're going to be good to go, okay? Thursday, I want you to come in. I want you to come in early, do that out of class. I'm gonna have my wife check the schedule here and see what time I can work with you.
Okay.
I can go 5 o'clock in the morning.
How dedicated are you? How bad do you want this? I really wanted Scott to work out Thursday. He rolled his eyes at first, but I think he'll be here.
I'll get here.
It's about 5 till 5 in the morning. We're waiting for Scott to get here to get his morning workout in on this Thanksgiving morning. It's early. I still have hope that he's going to be here, but in the back of my mind, I had that, that is he going to be able to get up in the morning and show that discipline? He's going to have to find ways to get exercise into his life. He may have to do the extra mile. He may have to miss that just to get his workout in. He's got to realize this is a very important part of his life and dedicate himself to it. It's 5:30 in the morning. I've got to get on with my day. I've got another client. I've got to train at 5:30. So Scott, he's missed his spot. I've got to get on with the rest of my day. Supposed to be here at 5. We're not going to call him. That's not my style. I'm not going to, beg somebody to come here. He's going to have to want to do it on his own.
It is on his shoulders to get up to go to the gym, but I think it's also just as much on mine too, because he's not a man. I don't feel like that a 14-year-old, it should be totally up to them to get up. I told Scott to make sure he set his alarm. He set his alarm, he hit snooze.
This is going to be the first time I've ever cooked Thanksgiving dinner. Usually it's my grandmother or my mother who does it, and now I'm taking the responsibility all on my shoulders, and I'm just like, I can do this. Can I really? I can do it. I got this. It's fine. We're underway. We're behind you. We're underway. I'm handling my business. I hope others are handling theirs. It's a lot of pressure there because I want to make it's going to be all on program, but I want to make it so that my family doesn't really know the difference. This is the first one.
A flower there to stick in it?
Arg! Oh no. Somebody's I stirred too hard. I just gotta get the lumps out. What you like to thicken this. This Thanksgiving is about me showing my family that they don't have to give up taste to eat healthily.
And then you want the chef.
Huh?
What is that? That's the macaroni and cheese. I know it's mac and cheese, but what? That's her mixture. That's disgusting.
You
Why
want
would
the
you do
cottage
that?
cheese, though.
It's gross. Okay.
Okay, don't eat it then.
I'm cool with it. You gotta try it. I don't want to try it. Okay, don't eat it.
I hope that my family will love the food.
I think that this is going to be a very healthy and delicious dinner if she does it right. So I hope she does it right. Oh, what's that? I don't know. She was sprinkling dirt on there.
She is. I just want to show them that it doesn't have to be all greasy and fatty to taste good.
Coming up.
I was so nervous for them to try everything.
I know my dad's not even going to even make it look like he's attempting to be on program.
Sometimes I feel like it's not beneficial for me to be there.
If she doesn't want to do that, then, she's going to have a rude awakening.
And later.
All the students are coming back to campus, so we're doing weigh-ins.
Tanisha, we can eat all we want because this is on program, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's still about portion control.
This portion control.
Portion control.
I was waiting for everyone to taste it. I was like, hurry up, come on. Yeah. So you can taste it and I can know what's happening. And I know I was hungry.
All this healthy for me, right?
Yep. One.
Somebody gotta eat them biscuits.
I was so nervous for them to try everything.
This meal is good. Perfect.
It's really good. Hard to believe it's on program.
It's good. It's deliciosos.
I think most everyone seemed to like dinner.
The meal, it was good, even though I didn't think it would be that good because this year it's on program. And usually when things are on program, they don't usually go too well.
The meal was dynamic. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was hard to believe that it was on program.
I was definitely surprised by my mother.
The healthy options, I think, just taste crappy to me. The dinner was a hit. And she can cook Thanksgiving dinner from now on. And Christmas dinner, and birthday dinners, and regular dinners. They loved it.
For Thanksgiving this year, my grandma, dad, uncle, sister, and I are all going out to eat at a nice restaurant by our house.
You look nice.
I was so nervous to go out to eat. But then thank God when we got to the restaurant, they had specials that one of them I could have. Can I have the Michigan Lake perch, really? Can I have it cooked dry though? When you order, you have to be like, okay, I want this. I need this as a substitute. I need it dry. Just like with no oil or butter, like not cooked in it or put on top. And it's just like your order takes 5 minutes while they're just like, I want this, and they're done.
I'm gonna have the aged prime veal chop with the zip sauce.
It would be a lot easier to go out to eat with my family if they were on program. I know my dad's not even going to even make it look like he's attempting it.
If it doesn't have fat in it, there's no flavor.
And that's oven roasted.
Oh, it has cheese in it?
I'm a pescatarian.
Oh, I can't have cheese. No.
There's not really hardly any on it though.
Did you really just say that?
It only looks like this.
That it's in there.
In there.
I didn't even touch it because can't really have that. So I just ate the perch and breadsticks. The rest of the family got like soup, then like pasta. They were having breadsticks and then calamari. And then their main dish. And it was just like, how much are you going to eat?
Reminded me of the Flintstones. They
right.
put it on the side of the car.
After we were done with our entrees, our amazing waiter, rather than just asking us if anyone wanted dessert, he would bring out a whole entire tray of dessert.
Just a little dessert tray here.
Of course, he set it right next to me.
Waffle has caramel apple and vanilla ice cream on top.
Oh my god.
Tiramisu, dark chocolate mousse.
Haley, look at it.
That's not gonna bite me. From the stories I've heard that you get really sick once you go off program, that wasn't really tempting for me to go, like, get sick in a bathroom. Even though the desserts did look good to me.
This time last year I would have eaten like 3 servings of mashed potatoes, like probably a whole pumpkin pie. Like I would have just kept going until I was just so full that like I looked pregnant.
90 calories in a cup. So that means that, and I'm putting in about a half a cup for everybody. So you got about a.
I just don't. I just.
45 calories. All right. I'm not trying to be a bad influence, but just trying to educate you.
Even the smallest extra calories that I don't need, I don't want. On Thanksgiving, I had a conversation with my dad about me not coming back to Wellspring. Like in the beginning, I was really excited to be there, like took full advantage of it. It was great, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity, but like, since I'm so close to my goal weight, and as I'm getting closer to graduation, and sometimes I feel like it's not beneficial for me to be there and hold a spot for someone who might really, really need to be there.
You know, how do you know you fully overcame the habit that you have when you've only been there for a couple months?
I didn't want to go back to Wellspring because I just feel suffocated, and I could do it at home. I've gotten everything I needed.
You know, it will go quicker than you think, and it really will. And you'll look back. I mean, if you think about it, how long ago was it when you first started? I don't think there's any question. She will be back.
I just want to get a job and be ready for college.
You don't get fixed, overnight. Although we think we can, and we want to. It just takes a lot longer.
At the time, I was a little aggravated because this is about what I want, not about what they want.
The advantage of being the parent is, like I said, we control all the cards. So if she doesn't want to do that, then she's going to have a rude awakening. She will finish the program.
It's Thanksgiving Day today, and my family's coming over, and we're gonna eat and have lunch and just kind of hang out.
My mom and I have worked very hard on making Thanksgiving healthy this year. She has tried recipe after recipe. I have researched recipes and sent them to her, and she's made them. I am ecstatic with everything and how everything has turned out. So I think it's going to be a good Thanksgiving.
Is there anything in there that you can eat?
It's all. I can have it all.
Everything is fat-free, or as fat-free as we can make it. There's the turkey's not cooked with butter. It was cooked with fat-free chicken broth.
My Thanksgiving meal is really good.
My concern is, like it goes back to, is portion control. Today's Thanksgiving. I did not make his plate this afternoon. I let him make his plate. I don't know if it was over. I don't know if it was, too much. I would hope to think that if Scott gained anything at all, maybe a pound or two.
Portion control on Thanksgiving Day wasn't exactly the best thing for me. I didn't really do very well.
Coming up.
All the students are coming back to campus.
Hoping to do pretty good this week.
All all the students are coming back to campus, so we're doing weigh-in to see if they've lost, maintained, or gained weight over Thanksgiving break.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
How was it? Good, thank you. Yeah?
Had a great time.
Whenever you're ready. Okay, let's see. We have lost 2 pounds. Good job.
At home, I work out when I really want to, so I can put 120% effort in. And at Wellspring, I don't like being told when to work out.
I did see him program, so we will see. My goal going home is to maintain, so we'll see.
So, how was the break? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yep.
All right. 6.5. Tanisha on a break. That's really good.
I'm so tired.
Oh, good job.
Today is potentially a huge day for Haley. She went away for Thanksgiving and did her best to stay on program and has hopefully hit the 100-pound mark while she was home.
I didn't do nearly as much at home as I did here. I did work out some, but not as much as here. So that makes me really nervous.
All right. Well, we're really glad to have you back. Go ahead. That's 5.5 pounds. You lost 5.5 pounds over Thanksgiving. That's great. I know you're really proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. You did good. Congratulations.
I don't know why I didn't feel like 100 pounds was a big deal. I mean, if I were at home, I feel like it would be like this huge deal, but then here, I don't know, it's just another weigh-in.
Thanksgiving was really fun. It was really low fat and everything, and it was really fun, so hoping to do pretty good this week. I did a lot. I ran 4 miles a day, so I did pretty good with that.
Really? So that is 7.5.
What?
Gain.
How? I was 263 when I left.
The last couple weeks you gained about 7.5, 8 pounds. Okay?
Yeah.
And we'll figure that out. We'll see what happened. You stayed on plan?
Yeah.
And
that doesn't make any sense to me. There's no way I gained that much weight.
We'll figure this out. Okay? Scott just came back from Thanksgiving break and got on the scale and had a gain of about 7.5 pounds.
I'm not talking about it. No.
He was surprised. He says that he was stayed on plan, says that he was running 4 miles a day. If running 4 miles a day results in a weight gain, that seems pretty improbable.
Next time on Too Fat for 15, Fighting Back.
Keep going. Speed and power. Speed and power.
I was really angry. It was hard to try to face it.
I'm feeling terrible about this time mile. I absolutely don't want to run it.
There is snow and ice on the ground.
If I fall, I'll have to go to the hospital. So the snow is just like death trap waiting to happen. Whoa! Me and David get along somewhat well. I'll watch it when you actually do something. Come on.